What's up, guys? It's your boy Jalen here on another episode of Elevated Minds. Today's episode is going to be called Go Where You Thrive. I don't know who needs to hear this message today, but y'all got to learn how to go where you thrive. That can mean anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship, if it's a location, if it's a job, if it's friendships, no matter, whatever it is, you need to go where you thrive. If it's not working for you where you're at, and where you're at, you're not able to grow, you're not able to be your best self, to express yourself, you're not able to be that person that you know that you're meant to be, you need to get out of there. You need to go to a place where you thrive. If you're not thriving in your friendships, if you got people that are surrounded by you that don't show you love, that aren't trying to lift you up, that are only bringing you down, that are only taking from you, it's time to go where you thrive. That's what this episode is about. You got to let go of what's not working for you and go to where it is going to work for you. It's insane because, sometimes we do these things over and over again. We keep the same type of company. We stay in the same places. We make the same excuses. We make the same reasons why we can't do this, why we can't step into our best self. And a lot of times it's the simple thing of we're not taking that step to go to where you're thriving. This is a tough message. Sometimes we stay in the same spot because of this comfort. This is where the comfort zone gets you. You're scared to take that leap. You know what I mean? You stay in the same spot because where you're at is what you always have known, and it feels good. It feels safe. It might not even feel good. It might just feel safer. You just don't know what's on the other side. But I'm telling you, you gotta go where you thrive. When I was living back in Florida, I lived in this little town. Most of the people know what I'm talking about, Titusville, Florida. But for me, I wasn't able to thrive there. I'm not saying other people can't thrive there, but me personally, I couldn't thrive there. I was not able to be my best self. I didn't have enough people that were, trying to go places where I'm trying to go, or see a vision that's bigger than just being in this one little, area. I've always wanted to do more, and even the opportunities with jobs wasn't right. It wasn't right. I wasn't making enough money. I wasn't able to find jobs that were able to give me a chance, to even the opportunity to prove myself to a job. You know what I mean? So I wasn't able to thrive there for a lot of reasons. It wasn't really my style of anything. But I decided, I took it upon myself to say, hey, something is not working where I'm at. Something's not working where I'm at, so I have to make a decision. I have to do something about this. A lot of people like to complain and just complain. They want a pity party. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? You got to go where you thrive. You got to go where the opportunities are. You got to go where you're going to be celebrated. Why wouldn't you want to go somewhere where you're celebrated? Why wouldn't you want to go somewhere where you're able to be your best self and other people are just as authentic as you, and they love you and they're building you up and they're pouring into you, and you just got a life that's full of blessings? Why wouldn't you want that? You don't want that? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't want that? So it's really asking yourself these questions. Why would I not want to be thriving in life? Why would I want to just be existing? Because if you just exist in life, you just kind of just going with it, just everything's cool, I guess. I'm not really happy with life, but I don't hate my life. It's kind of like whatever. You know what? Why would you want to live a lukewarm life? I want to have a hot life. You know what I'm saying? I want to enjoy the people that are around me, the place that I live, the things that I do. You know what I'm saying? The lifestyle. I want all of that to align together. And I can't do that if I'm not in a place where I'm able to thrive. I can't do that if I'm around people that are pulling me down, that are, throwing hate, not showing love, really just not even, treating you the way that you're supposed to be treated. So it's like, it takes you making the decision. do I deserve to actually be able to live this life of thriving? Not just a lukewarm life, not just a life where, I'm just kind of winging it and just getting up every morning and going with the routine and going with the emotions, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to be in a place where you thrive? It doesn't have to be a location. This could just be thriving spiritually, thriving mentally, physically. You know what I mean? Some people can't thrive in certain places. Some people can't thrive in certain areas. Sometimes people, let me use this for an example. Some people hate the cold, but they grew up in a place where it's cold. You're not going to thrive in a place like that. If it's cold 8 months of the year and you want to see the sun, and you just living in a place like that where you're kind of miserable pretty much the majority of the year, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is about location. I am so much happier now that I live in California. It's insane. I miss my people back in Florida, but there's just the lifestyle, the way that people are over here, the quality of life. I just feel that it's just so much better. The opportunity is better. I'm a lot happier over here. The weather is like perfect almost all the time. Like, I love it, and I feel that it's easy for me to make connections. It's easy for me to get plugged in. There's so many things that I like to do over here. There's hiking, there's beaches, there's attractions. I'm not far away from any desert, forests. Mexico is pretty much 30 minutes away from me. And if I want to go see Northern California, it's like, less than a day's drive. There's Arizona that takes 5 hours to get there. There's so many things in my surrounding area that I can do that I enjoy doing. I love water activities like kayaking and stuff like that, paddleboarding, canoeing. And a lot of that is around here. But how are you going to thrive if you're in an area where there's not, a big dating pool? You're not able to do well with your dating prospects because there's not a huge pool of people. Because you might live in a place where it's pretty much mostly old people, or it's people in their 50s and 60s, but you're in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, and you want to meet people around that age. You can't thrive in a place where nothing that you want is there. You know what I'm saying? You might have the job, maybe you make the good money, but you're not. There's none of the things that you want to do there. There's no bowling over there. And nowhere in the surrounding areas. There's no airports for you to easily get to travel places. There's no parks. There's no nature. It's cold, so you like to be in the warmth. And there's not really many times that you can even be outside because it snows half the time. You know what I'm saying? You have to really think about it. And then it could be vice versa. You might be someone that loves the cold, but you live in a place where it's hot most of the year. You know what I'm saying? If you live in Florida, it's going to be hot most of the time. And, it's not really going to be cold, but maybe you get 1 or 2 months, maybe. Because winter, it really don't be cold like that. So it's like, you could be living in a place to where you want it to be cold, but you live in a place where it's hot. It could go any direction you want this to go. But my whole point of everything is, you got to go to where you thrive. Where is it going to work for you the best? Where are you going to get the most benefit? Where are you going to be able to be your most authentic self? That is where you need to go. You need to be around people like that. You need to be in the jobs like that. You don't need to stay in a job. Why would you, people say you shouldn't enjoy your work. You should just work and get your money. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do if that's all that's available. But just because you're not at your dream job yet doesn't mean you can't pick a job in the meantime that you at least enjoy. I do DoorDash right now while I'm working towards my dreams and goals and stuff like that. I choose to work at doing DoorDash because, for one, it allows me the freedom. I can make my own schedule. I can take off when I want to, all that kind of stuff. So I'm able to have that freedom that I want. That's what makes me happy, and I actually enjoy that. Even though I'm not going to do this forever, I do enjoy it in the meantime. Some people are working at office jobs, and they hate working at office jobs. You know what I'm saying? Why would you work at a place where you got to sit in a computer you don't like to sit? You know what I'm saying? We have choices. We get to choose these different things that we can do. We don't have to just pick one thing here and just say, oh, well, it's giving me the paycheck I need, so I'm just going to stay here. Go to where you thrive. Go to where you thrive. I worked cooking jobs most of my, college years. And you know what? I enjoyed it. Most of the places. I enjoy cooking. I love cooking. I love, art, the art of preparing food and making it look nice and having people enjoy the food that you're making and giving you compliments on how you did the food. I love that. I love that. And I enjoyed doing that for a while, you know what I mean? And so you can pick the places that you're going to thrive, you know what I mean? I thrive in kitchens. I wouldn't say I thrive in the office space. I can, but it's not what I prefer. I don't really want to sit and talk on the phone all day and sit at a computer. I like to be doing stuff. That's why I like cooking, because it allowed me to multitask. You know, I'd use my brain. I'm moving. You know, I'm flipping stuff. I'm preparing things. I'm making things look nice. I'm cutting things. You know, it's a lot going on. So you just got to pick the places where you thrive. You know what I'm saying? If you are working at a call center and you don't like to be on the phone, you're going to be miserable. And say you got to work at a place until you finish your college degree or get your business started or whatever. You're going to work at a place that you're miserable at for 2 to 5 years. You're going to just do that. I mean, you can, but I mean, you could go to a place where you at least thrive. You can go to a place where, you know, maybe if you don't want to be on the phone, you can do something where you got to be more to yourself. Like you just are the background person doing, you know, computer work, doing the back of the house stuff. Like there's different ways to modify it, you know what I mean? Or maybe you need to try a side hustle, kind of like with DoorDash or these different types of things. There's all types of things you can do. So you gotta figure it out. How are you going to go to a place in all aspects of your life where you thrive? You know what I mean? It's like I said, this is spiritually, mentally, physically, anything that's gonna align with your spirit and make you feel good and make you feel like this is where I belong and you're able to be your most authentic self. That's what you need to do. All right. That's all I got for this episode, guys. You know what I'm saying? This message has been on my heart because I feel like a lot of people do suffer and stay in predicaments and stay in places that they don't thrive in. And, you know, I just want to tell you today that you have the power to change that. You have the decision that you can make to change your life. And so if you want to live in a more thriving state, then take the steps. Do what you got to do to actually get there. And I promise you, you're going to be way happier. You're going to be way more fulfilled, way more satisfied. And every day you wake up, it's going to be filled with purpose. You're going to just be a lot more happier to even get out of bed because you got something to look forward to. All right. So I hope that I provided y'all some value. If it's your first time on the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on all my socials. That stuff's going to be down below in the description box. And you know what I'm saying? Let's continue to elevate our minds, guys. That's what it's all about, becoming our best selves. Let's do it. We only got a little bit less than 2 months till we get to our new year of 2023. I hope y'all sticking with your goals. And you know what I'm saying? Love y'all. And be good. Stay elevated.